So it's that time of the year again, so let's get unboxing. Honestly, it's been a while since I got this box, a couple of days, and I just didn't have the time to film, so I told to myself, I'm just gonna film in one take everything, because otherwise it's not happening, and I so want to start using this stuff. So let's see what I ordered. I feel like everyone has like one core purchase, the reason why they actually placed the order, and then the rest are extra things we pick up on the way. So my core order, and let me put this aside for now, is this thing here, which is my Hobonichi Cousin English Edition Monday Start. I've been using this for 2 years now. Here's my 2023. I also have a 2021 that I used white out to turn into a 2022, because when I first got it, I was so confused by all the layouts that I didn't know what to do with it. And so it had to wait a year for me to understand how to use this. Actually, I'm sure most people watching this know exactly what a Hobonichi is, but I thought I still would explain it briefly for my friends from real life who are watching this and have no idea what a Hobonichi is. Otherwise, you can just skip this part and go right here where I will stop the overview. So basically, the reason why every year people like I spend, I don't know, close to 100 euros on ordering a planner from Japan and wait for it for weeks is because it's a special planner. In which way is it special? I think the most special thing about it is that it has the widest selection of spreads that you can find. Usually, if you are buying a planner, say a Moleskine, it will come with a certain layout, and that's it. Like, for instance, a week on 2 pages. But with Moleskine, you get all the possible layouts in one tiny lightweight planner, and by all the possible layouts, what I mean is you have your, well, you have a calendar that every planner has that. You then have a year on 2 pages. Some people use it for habit tracking. I tried to use it for my trips, but now I'm using it as a table of contents. Then you have the monthly layouts, which goes on all the way through March next year. So you get more than 12 months. Then you have the weekly pages, all 52 weeks of the year on 2 pages per week. And finally, you have the daily pages, a page per day, all the way till the end of the year. And look, it contains all of these pages while being this slim. And this is possible because of this special paper that the Japanese use. It's called Tomoe River paper. Oh, well, I'll compare it later because that's a new edition of the Tomoe River paper. But basically, this new paper, this paper is extremely thin, so you can put a lot of pages in a book while it remaining thin still. However, it's also extremely durable. Let me show you. For instance, here, I've been watercoloring, and look, water, like the page does not what's the word, decompose, I'm not sure how to say it properly. You don't get any bleed through, any feathering. That's because this paper can take a lot. As long as your marker does not have alcohol, basically, I never had a problem with any of the pens that I own. And trust me, I own most of the pens available out there on the market, and they all work superbly well on this super durable paper. I think that's all I wanted to share about the planner itself. Now, the way I use it, I made a whole video about it. I might be doing an update later on because my system did evolve, but basically I use interstitial journaling. If you don't know what it is, I suggest you just Google it for now while I'm making that video. But also I do not use it every day. When I don't need any help with my productivity, I might skip 1, 2, 3 days, 10 days in a row. And so that leaves me with a lot of blank pages on my dailies. And since it's so tiny, basically I carry it every day with me. I barely ever leave the house without it. Actually, it fits in my tiny bag. Let me show you. Look, this is my purse. It's a small purse, you know? And this, let me use the other one because it's in the cover. This goes here perfectly. Look, I don't know, can you see? So literally I carry it with me everywhere. And yeah, whenever I need extra pages to make notes, to plan something, I use it for everything. One book for everything. So every year they include this little booklet that usually shows you the ways in which you can use it. This year they have all their different planner types. This one, the cousin, then the weeks. Actually, this one comes in 2 sizes, but I don't see it here. There's a smaller one, which is about this big. Then you have the weekly one, which I'm going to show in this haul. The monthly planner, the 5-year memory keeping, 1 line per year. And they give you ideas how to use it. And the theme is to be present, which I really like. So yeah, that's some cute Japanese art. Yeah, as I was saying, the paper here is different because this year they are, for the first time, I believe, releasing this Tomoe River paper from a new supplier. So let me see if I can feel any difference. Well, honestly, even if barely, I would say. This one, the new one, is a little bit smoother, and this one is a little bit bendier or softer, perhaps is the right word. But you know what? I think this one over the month absorbed some moisture, you know, just from the air. And I think given how this paper reacts, like even when you write on it, like see, like it leaves these marks and its texture changes. And I think because it's so thin, I think its feel changes as well. Whereas this one is new, so maybe it's not a fair comparison. Also, I wonder if these pages look a little bit creamier or darker to you, and this one looks a little bit whiter. Is this one just dirty? Like even the new pages, like this is November, I've never opened these pages, but they look darker and creamier to me, and this one looks whiter. I don't know if you noticed anything like this. I wanted to check the pages at the end. So if you've never had a Hobonichi, there are like instructional pages with different how-tos and like just different graphs at the end. And I specifically avoided looking at them while I was watching all the unboxings of other people because I just wanted to see it for myself. So you have a timetable, you have the graph paper, that's the usual, you have your favorites, the usual, my 100 list, never used it so far. I might one day. An interview with myself. This is the section for thinking about you. All right. Seasonal sweets to make at home. So some Japanese and not just Japanese gâteau chocolat and matcha and stuff. Recipes. What else is here? Caring for your eyes. This is so typically Japanese. It's just like, I find that this section always contains the most unexpected little instructions and things. Check your vision, look at this. How cool is that? Oh my God, words to remember, the check off, 365 days check off list, and some tips for how to get the most out of it, addresses, gifts. All right, well, stuff like this, I read a book recently, let me show you. So here's the book. It's a Japanese novel about this girl who quits her high pressure job because she's burned out, and she goes to the unemployment office and asks to get jobs that are easy. She's like putting up posters on the streets and actually spying on someone, but they're all cognitively easy jobs. And the idea is that throughout these jobs, she discovers that there's no such thing as an easy job, actually. And so one of her jobs, she was working for, you know, these rice crackers, Japanese rice crackers, and she was working for this company, and every cracker in the wrapper had an interesting fact on a particular theme, and they were like, I don't know, highest mountains in Japan, or like meanings of names, and she had to come up with what's on these little wrappers. And yeah, first of all, I imagined that there must be a girl like this working at Hobonichi coming up with these spreads, but it just culturally, I am fascinated by all of it, you know, even the quotes here at the bottom, they're just so different from what I would expect from, let's say, a Western, you know, planner that was produced somewhere in the West. So I actually read the quotes almost every single time, just because they want, like, they're not just pure, motivational, insights the way we are used to them, like we, depending on where you are in the world, but the way I am used to them. They are unexpected, and it's just interesting. I find it very interesting. So to go with this, I got myself this, which is Midori. It's another brand cover in A6 that fits this Hobonichi. This is the same cover. It's only €6, so I just decided that I'm gonna swap them every year because it does get pretty, I don't know, dirty, and I do use it everywhere in public spaces and put it on different, public tables. So I think it's good to switch it up once per year. They have two versions, one for a thicker notebook and one for a thinner one. And the sales assistant this time was telling me, oh, maybe get the thicker one. The thing is, when you first put the cover on, it is a little bit tight, but I think within a few weeks, it stretches out a little bit, and the fit is then really perfect. So I really recommend you this size over a different size. Now, Hobonichi usually is used in these covers that they sell. So that's the cover, and I have a cover on top of it, and it would go in like that. The thing is, it makes it bulkier, and also I find when I am at the end of the planner, it makes the surface softer. So I don't really like that. And I don't know, in general, like, this is just more functional. It fits everywhere. I don't know, I prefer this one. So next, perhaps one more thing. I have a pencil board that, if you like your surface of the writing to be a little bit harder, you can use a pencil board. I actually discovered that I totally do not like the feel of writing on the pencil board when I only have one page in between the pencil board and, my pen. So I prefer to maybe, I don't know how many there are, like 10, then put it under and then write. This is just the right amount of hardness. And also, I do not use the pencil board when I'm somewhere in the middle of the planner, but I find that when I am towards the end, see how this is not exactly flat, and as you start writing, it bends like inwards. And so having a pencil board then is super convenient. So that's when I use it the most, not when I am like somewhere in the middle of the planner. Every year, Hobonichi comes with a free pen, which is a Uniball Jetstream pen, which I really like because it writes really smoothly. It's a special ink formulation, which is like a ballpoint pen, but it writes more like a gel, but it does not smudge like a gel. So it's not that it's instantly dry, but within, I would say, 1.5 to 2 seconds for sure, it does dry up completely, and it's not smudgeable then. And every year it's a different color. But let's look at these. I was so excited to try out the Weeks because I've never tried them before, ever. And to be perfectly honest with you, I wanted to get it, not because I had a functional use in mind, but just because aesthetically it was irresistible. Let me open it up. Oh my God, this is so exciting. I so want it. Oh, it has some plastic on both sides. Oh, wow. You guys, it's so much better than I even imagined. And when I was watching the videos, I was thinking how cool, but it's even better in person. I love it. And the paper color and the font print type, I absolutely love it. Oh, it smells so nice too. Oh my God, it's much more flexible than I expected. It's also lighter and thinner than I expected. It's really tiny. It is tiny. And yet it has everything. Let's see what it has. It doesn't have all the spreads like the Cousin, so the Cousin is the most complete one. But it has the calendar. It has then the year on 2 pages. That is very narrow for me to make notes, but I think I might be using it for something. Then you have your monthly views, the same ones as in Cousin, but scaled down. I just love how it feels. And then the main part, weekly, it's called weeks because you have weekly pages. This is very much Moleskine-like. So you have the week here and then just a graph paper on this side. And then after all the weeks, you have, oh my God, look, they put in a sticker. I think it's a sticker. That's so cute. And this is supposed to be sticker that you put here, and then it's like a pouch and you can slide things in if you have like some extra papers or stuff. All right, so then you have some graph paper at the back, which is also there are page numbers on it. Awesome. Love it. Well, so how was I thinking of using this? You know how Hobonichi sells these 5-year journal for memory keeping? This one, now honestly, this is not my vibe. I'm just not into this dark brown leather. I like how Hobonichi pages feel like a Bible, but this gives me too much of a Bible vibe. Nothing wrong with it, just not like a thing I would want in my planner, not how I would want my planner to look. But also it's bulky, it's very thick, it's heavy, and I travel a lot. And I was thinking, okay, so when I travel, it means I will be skipping days and not making like my record for the day, because the idea is that you write down something every single day. And then I thought, okay, that is small enough, thin enough, light enough that I would bring it with me on a trip. And also it doesn't have that much space to write something about your day, because I'm afraid like if I'm given way too much space, I will not be journaling this much. I'm just a beginner in this. I think I can barely make myself stick to making one short entry every day, but I want to try, because you know what the thing is, I never ever keep my planners. I know some people keep them, and especially this one that has so much interstitial journaling and reflections and thoughts. It would be nice to read them like maybe in 10 years. But I do try to minimize the amount of things that I own, so I do not keep them. I actually go through them at the end of the year and I tear out a few, like max maybe 10 pages that I want to keep. I do that, but I don't have complete planners. The only planner that I've kept in my life is the 1 year from Harvard, because that's just such a unique once in a lifetime experience that I wanted, I want to be able to go back to it when I'm 60 or something. But the rest is not as unique, or it doesn't feel as unique. So I'm gonna try now and imagine like these would be neatly lined up from every year of my life. So I don't know, I'm gonna try. And then the second one, okay, that's a purchase. I don't know how to explain it. You see, the thing is, I'm trying not to buy things that I don't have a direct use for in mind, just because I feel better when I don't. But, and it has the old little thing here from last year. But I really like the bunny design. Look at how cute it is. Oh my God. Okay, look at it. Oh my God, it is so cute. Isn't it cute? There's here a bunny with a bow. Here a bunny holding the little thing. Wow, I totally love it. And again, much smaller, lighter, and thinner than I imagined, and also much more flexible. I don't know why I felt like they would be like hard and sturdy, and I actually prefer them this way. So this is 2023, but they have two versions, one which is January start and the other one which is April start. So basically this one still gives me 6 months of dated, calendar year, but the first 6 months are obviously gone. So I wanted to try and keep a language learning journal in weeks. I've seen a ton of videos of people doing this online, and this is something that I would want to try. It basically forces you to do a little bit of a little bit of language every day. And then here, since what I do is translate the lyrics of the songs and then memorize them as part of me learning languages, and I thought, okay, that's perfect. Here I put some grammar, some words, they're just very little space, so I don't need to make a big effort, just a tiny bit consistently every day, and here goes the lyrics. And then I wanted to start now, that's one thing, that's why I didn't get the 2024, but also I love the design. And another thing is I want to experiment and see how else I can use it. And I know even with my Hobonichi cousin, it's not the first time I use it, but January comes and I'm just afraid of ruining it, quote unquote. So, and I feel like I get the most out of my planner when I stop feeling precious about it, when I just use it. And I think here with this one, since the first 6 months are already gone and I might end up using my whiteout or something for this, like I won't be as feeling as restricted by the newness of it, given that it's from the last year. And plus I get a beautiful bunny planner. All right, so we are almost done. The only last thing that I wanted to show you is this, the drawer pouch. I think this is how they call it. Again, something I just did not plan on buying, but then as I was perusing the website, I could not resist. Oh, that looks nice. So I think they claim that their drawer pouches can hold a lot of things. Yeah, like that's it. Like on the website, they were showing, oh, in this tiny thing, you can put a lipstick, some medication, you can put like a hand cream, your earbuds, everything goes in. Like it just bulks up and you will be able to fit in everything. And the thing is, I do not own a wallet for many, many years now. And also all of my stuff is all over my backpack. So that's something, if I could organize all the things that are all over my backpack now in this one thing, I would be very happy. Let's see if everything fits in the end. Oh, and there's an external pocket, right, for my coffee cart here. That's convenient. Whiteness, like that's not a very smart idea. I am afraid that I'm gonna ruin it very quickly in my backpack, but I just so love this design. It is so cute. Well, not everything has to be practical, right? Some things can be just for pure enjoyment, and that's it for me. So the very last thing, well, you know how they put a free something every year, and this year they put this in. Okay. So yeah, that's everything I got this year. I'm really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye!